Well, batten down them hatches for another Fuzzy Finger review with me, Crusty Cornelia, and this here landlubber Marvin. Arr, arr, I be still filling in for my cousin Daisy Pooh. A beat while we review the movie Twistars. Har, 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 har. Well, how you doing today there, Marvin, you old Bonnie salty dog? Ye hunk of a man, arg.
Well, I'm doing pretty good, Crusty Cornelia.
Marvin, me may tell these scallywags about the movie Twistars.
Okay, fun fact, before Daisy Pooh's untimely accident, I saw this movie with her. This is a 2024 theatrical release, and it's rated PG-13, and it's 2 hours long. It's about a storm chaser that's lured back after a devastating encounter years prior, and she teams up with a reckless social media superstar, and they find themselves in the path of multiple storm systems. Exciting. What's your quick take on this movie, Crusty Cornelia?
Aye, Marvin, years after seeing the first Twister movie, which I thought was fair to middling, I do be hoping for an improvement upon the first, especially with today's technology. Gar, the graphics do be a sight to behold in this here movie. The storyline be far-fetched with a few holes so large a 6-pounder could fall through, but still Twistars kept me entertained. So I do be giving Twistars 3 fuzzy fingers, and ye better be agreeing with me there, Marvin, if ye know what be good for ye. Arr.
I think, if people are in for a fun disaster or catastrophe movie, that won't blow your mind, but will entertain and it's easy to digest, I think Twisters is for you. I gave it 2 fuzzy fingers, even though it's teetering on a 3. It was close to a 3 for me. But like I said, I think most people that are in for some mindless fun will really enjoy this movie. Crusty Cornelia, something that really helped this movie out was the great acting in it. The hero and the heroine of this movie had great chemistry, and I thought the lead male especially nailed his role. He was very charismatic, and that offset his co-stars acting as a science nerd person. I think they both did really good. Also, the cast was a very eclectic supporting cast, and they all did great jobs too. Some of the roles were a little iffy for me, but they did a great job in acting. What do you think about the actors and the casting in this movie?
Well, sink me there, Marvin. The cast did a right grand job of acting. I agree with you there. Given what they had to work with, but there be a problem with the way the characters be written at times. Me especially took a shine into that interloper news reporter. A crack up he be.
Yeah.
The actress Daisy Jones, who do be playing the main character Kate, did a fine job. But when me thought too much about her being the best tornado character wrestler in the whole world, there was a hole there for me.
Why?
But, I don't know. I guess it were her high school science project on the table she depended on for studying that there 5-category tornado. Just didn't set with me well. But that other actor, Glenn Powell, who be playing her adversary and love interest, he can come by my ship any day. I just thought he was a hunk of a man. Methinks there'd be a bit much fighting between them to build the chemistry, which you thought was there, but otherwise they were a cute matchup of characters. Now that script, this is where there were some plot holes and some weak areas for me, Marvin, you salty dog. It was a bit hard for me to reckon Kate as that expert, as I told you, who is going to contain this Category 5 tornado the way she did, and I won't be giving any spoilers away here. I've been through many a typhoon myself, and I would think people who live in Tornado Alley would know what to do in a tornado without a tornado wrestler directing them to run into the tornado itself. That did not seem right to me. And then blow me down there. Tyler was a bit too unbelievable and showing no fear for Mother Nature in her fury, and is a sure way to meet old Davy Jones himself. Do you agree with what I be saying there, Marvin?
I'm not sure what you said. Well, I said it was fun, and it was a very fast-moving, fun, crazy, and had some really heroic scenes. I mean, all it was missing was some sharks. I'm joking. It was much better than the Sharknado movies, but it would have been funny if they would have put a flying shark in one of them for an Easter egg. There was a few convenient and obvious, movie faux pas, but you can overlook them as this roller coaster movie rolls along.
Like how them tornadoes stood still for them to come find them where they needed to be.
Yeah, those tornadoes, now that you mention it, fast or slow, they were shot, it was really beautifully done. The CGI was top notch in this movie. It made it look like, it would be fun to go and touch a tornado. It looks so real. But let's be honest, those people are crazy. I risk my life every day just trying to get out of my chair. I don't need to go tickle the winds of death in tornadoes.
Oh.
What did you think about the cinematography and animation in this one, Crusty Cornelia?
Well, I do like me a bit of danger myself. Yo, they do be firing this one out of the park. Methinks I was right there in the middle of the swirl and spar and fury of Mother Nature herself. Blow me down, this was fun to watch. Har, 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 harg. And the sound effects were thunder and boom and loud. I was a mite disappointed that I was in a Dolby Theater, which did make a grand production of it being a Dolby Theater. Yet there were no sounds coming from the back. Arg, I don't know if it be a problem of the theater itself or the movie herself. But other than that, the music and sound put me in the middle of the action, just where I longed to be. What did ye think there, Marvin?
Crusty Cornelia, they were going for an Americana type thing in this movie. And so they chose country music. And that worked out pretty good. I'm not a country fan, but it did fit, some of the characters and the Oklahoma landscape. The sound was good as far as I can tell, but I was like you. I also saw it in a Dolby Theater, and I don't know if the sound, the Dolby part was even on. It was just the way the movie was recorded, but I wanted to actually hear the wind fly around my head, and I didn't get that. Yeah, and because of that, I might actually rewatch this when it comes to streaming to see if I can make it swirl around my head. I thought this crazy action movie was actually well directed. As far as what they were given, and I looked up the director, and he doesn't really have anything that I recognize. The only thing that stood out is he did one episode of The Mandalorian. It's kind of interesting. So he did pretty good with this big budget movie.
Well, he did a fine job.
In this movie, the cast was very diverse, and sometimes it felt a little overdone. There was nothing really weird in this movie that would make you groan as far as the script goes and any political correctness. And I really liked that in this movie. What about you, Crusty Cornelia? Did you notice anything?
Oh, you're right on there, Marvin. You don't have to worry none about anything too politically charged, and there's nothing intimate between characters happening here. But I would be keeping the wee kippers away, to be sure, or they be having some nightmarish dreams to keep ye awake at night. Sink me, Marvin, methought this Twisters was a fun ride into the heart of the storm. I think it'd be better than the first Twistar movie myself because of the graphics, although there were some mighty large plot holes to me. The acting was good for what they were given, so overall, if ye like actions and the save the day movies, this is one to see. Or if ye have some free time on ye hands, ye just might want to take a fun and dangerously brainless ride into the terror of the storm. But keep them young type away from this hardcore tornado experience. And also, scientists beware, skip this one to be sure. Garr!
I'm kind of along the same lines as you, Crusty Cornelia. I say go watch this Twisters movie. If you're up for a good disaster or, kind of heroic movie, it's going to scratch that itch for you. And like Crusty Cornelia said, I would just keep the little kids away because, they might get freaked out by people flying away in a storm. And that's just my opinion. I'd like to thank everybody for watching this Fuzzy Finger review of the movie Twisters. We hope you enjoyed our take on the movie. If you did, let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Blow me down, hearties, and have a great day. Har, 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 har.
Hey, Crusty Cornelia.
Yes?
Did you have anything to do with Daisy Pooh breaking her ankles? It's just convenient that you were here to take her place.